Welcome to this week's video. So what we're going to go through today is a basic overview on some of the most common and most beneficial supplements that are going to help you along your journey through your strength and conditioning, whether it be for sport or weight loss or strength gain, and just give you the best bang for buck with the most simple supplements and help you day to day, hitting your calories, hitting your protein, helping with your recovery and your overall athletic performance. The four supplements that we're going to look at today are protein powder, creatine, vitamins and fish oil, and also caffeine. And what we're going to cover is what to take, what brand to buy, and how much and when to take this supplement. So the most common supplement, which I'm sure we've all heard of, is protein powder. All right. So some people may be very familiar with this, and some people might be like, "Oh, I've never had protein powder. I've just heard people have it after the gym." So what we're going to cover is what it is and why you should take it and when you should take it. All right. So protein powder is purely for convenience. All right. So let's get that one out there straight away. If you could get all your protein from whole foods like meat, fish, eggs, like plant-based protein from vegetables, then we would. You don't need to take protein powder, all right? So say, for example, you're a male on 2,800 calories and 200 grams of protein. You may struggle getting 200 grams of protein from whole foods like meat, fish, cheese, and all that. So this is where we would then introduce protein powder, all right? It's purely for convenience of life. So if you were a billionaire and had a chef on hand, then I'd say get your chef to cook you loads of nice food so you don't need to have protein powder. I'm guessing no one listening to this has their own chef, so this is where protein powder comes in, all right? So as it says there, the most important thing to remember, it's not a replacement for food. So we don't want to be like, oh, I don't need to eat lunch, I can just have a protein powder, a protein shake. This is for to supplement your main meal. So you'd have your main meals and then you'd be looking at your food on MyFitnessPal, for example, and let's say you're 40 to 60 grams short each day, that's when you'd introduce your protein powder, all right? And then obviously, if you know you're going to be under, you might have a shake in the morning to start your day off because you haven't got time for breakfast and you'd have breakfast in work a little bit later on. Or you might have it after the gym just to get a boost of protein in there because you're not going to be eating a big heavy meal close to the gym. So you might take a protein shake with you ready for after the gym. But the most important thing here is to remember that you have this as convenience and not to replace your food. It's to help you with a busy day-to-day life, all right? As it says there, which we all know, protein is an essential nutrient for muscle growth and repair. That's one of the main reasons we're having it, to grow the muscle, keep the body strong, and maintain our muscle as well. It's not just for growing muscle, it's to maintain muscle, all right? There's plenty of different proteins to take, but whey protein is the most popular, okay? But it is not. That's not vegan, so some people may need a plant-based protein from pea or soy, and if that is you, we can cover that in later lectures. But most people we are coaching here take the whey protein, all right? Daily dosage then, so all of you will have had your calories and proteins set by me if you are listening to this, and we have 1.6 to 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, all right? So you could work that out yourself if you need to, but obviously I do this for you. Another way of looking at this as well is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So again, if you weigh 200 pounds, you would have 200 grams of protein. That's another simple formula to work that out. So what we've got here is two of the nicer tasting whey proteins that I personally use that are good value, good quality, and easily bought online or from your local supplement shop, all right? So the first one is Myprotein Impact Whey. It's 2 kilograms, a big bag, and it's anything from £42 to 45 when you use the discount on their site. So don't be scared of the price. That'll say £90 on their site, but then there's always like a 50% off. It's not actually £90, it never is. So that's a good one. If you've never had this before, then I'd stick to like your safe flavours like banana, strawberry, chocolate, because they have some bizarre flavours on the site, and I'm sure they might be nice, but some of them I'm sure will be horrible. So don't gamble and get like fucking jam roly-poly flavour, for example, because chances are, if it's the first time you've had it, you're probably not going to like it. So stick with a safe flavour. Next one is Perform Whey Advanced Protein. This is a really nice one. I've got this at the minute. I've got the one on the right-hand side there, which is like white chocolate hazelnut. It's a bit like Kinderish, like type flavour. It's nice. and that's 2 kilograms, and that's 45 to 50 pounds. If you search on Google on that one, then you'll find whatever site's selling it the cheapest. There's not one site to get that, so just search on Google and that will come up for the cheapest one. But there are your two go-to whey proteins. These are about 100 calories per 20 grams of protein, which is really good. That's sort of what we want from our protein. And then obviously if you want to, like, if you need a mass gainer, then you'd need one with higher calories. But for now, this is what we're covering, the whey protein, all right? The next supplement that we're going to go through is creatine. So I've done a full video on this, so I won't go into this one too much, but I just wanted to cover it because it is one of the most common supplements that people use and one of the most beneficial supplements you can use to improve your athletic performance and your gym work, alright? So creatine is found in foods such as meat and fish, but to get the amount we need per day in our body, it's very, very difficult. This is where supplementation comes in. You'd really struggle to get the recommended daily dose of 5 grams per day from meat. It would be quite difficult to do that. So this is where you can supplement it. The benefits of this are increased strength, power and muscle mass, and it may also improve cognitive function and aid in recovery of exercise. This is quite a big one. Plenty of research out on this. So as I've said, watch my previous video on this, but this can be an essential supplement to help you build muscle and improve your gym training. So with creatine, as long as it is 100% creatine monohydrate, then you're good to go, all right? I use this one, which is from MyProtein, just because it's the easiest one. It works out between £7 and £15, depending on the discount on the site. But you can get it from like Home and Bargain. If I ever run out and I haven't ordered any, I fly to one of the bigger Home and Bargains, and they usually have little tubs of it for like £7, I think it is. And that is 100% creatine. As long as it's 100% creatine, you're good to go. You don't want to get ones where they've got all different things added in because you don't need it. They sell it as like super creatine, but in reality, you just need to have a bigger scoop then because there's less creatine and more other things in there that we maybe don't need, alright? So just look for 100% creatine and try and get it like a trusted brand, like Home and Bargain obviously is safe. They're not going to sell anything crazy in there. And then also MyProtein, that's also a safe one. If you are drug tested in your sport, make sure that it has Informed Sports on it, which you can get on MyProtein, so just double check on that. And you want 5 grams per day every single day. But again, watch my previous video on creatine for more information. The next supplement that we're going to cover is caffeine, okay? So I feel like sometimes caffeine maybe gets a bad reputation because people perceive it as like to be quite negative to the body, or they always perceive it that they're having too much and stuff like that. So, but in reality, the benefits of caffeine are quite vast in terms of the research behind this and what it can do for the body, for athletic performance and for our gym work, all right? So, as it mentions there, the benefits include increased energy, improved endurance, faster recovery, improved fat loss, and better mental benefits, all right? So, the key thing here is understanding your own body's tolerance, all right, and having it in moderation. So, for example, I probably have personally on a daily basis at least 200 milligrams a day. So when I go a bit higher than this, that probably is too much. But I have a black coffee in the morning, for example. Then I have like a sugar-free energy drink before I train each day, which is anything from 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams, all right? And the key thing here is, depending on the size of your body and your own tolerance to caffeine, you need to play about with this dosage before you're training, all right? I wouldn't advise having it later on at night, obviously, because it can have a prolonged effect on our sleep and stuff like that. But usually 2 o'clock in the afternoon, earlier is fine to have our caffeine, all right? One thing that's worth mentioning with the sugar-free energy drinks, again, from someone who, for the last probably 10 years, gave me mates or people at work stick if I seen them drinking like a sugar-free Monster and these type of drinks. They aren't all bad, okay? Obviously sugar-free, there's no calories in them, yet they have some chemicals in, but what thing in life these days does not have some chemicals in? And in terms of your weight loss, your athletic performance, there's not going to be much of a negative impact by having a sugar-free energy drink. You'll probably feel a little bit better having some caffeine and then go in the gym. So if you are a bit scared to try like the sugar-free energy drinks like Noccos, what other ones do we have? Like the Rain energy drinks, the Monster energy drinks. In terms of weight loss and health, that they're absolutely fine to have. Obviously, like everything, in moderation. All right. So if you don't take any caffeine, then maybe have a little look into it for the gym, because it can really help with your training. But if you're someone who wants to shy away from it, then by all means, then do so. But there is plenty of benefits of having caffeine for your training. The last supplement that we're going to cover then is vitamins and fish oils. All right. So I'm not going to go into specific ones on this slide, because I think that's a whole nother presentation in terms of vitamin A, B, C, and so on, and what they all can do for the body. But I just wanted to touch on this because this is the final straw, the final piece of the supplement puzzle, in terms of, remember why we have supplements, because if we're not getting it from our daily diet because of convenience and stuff like that, then we could supplement it with vitamins and fish oils to boost it up to the standard we need. All right. So let's just say you are having a healthy diet, you're having your fruit, you're having your veg, but when you're tracking on MyFitnessPal, you can see the vitamins are all a bit low in certain areas. That's where, if we notice trends and you are eating a healthy diet but you're still lower on certain vitamins, then that's where you would supplement the vitamin and try and get it up to a certain standard. All right. They are not to substitute a healthy diet. Like, we wouldn't have microwave pizzas for dinner and tea and be like, oh, we're getting no vitamins, let's have some vitamin tablets. We need to be getting most of it from food, and where we're falling short, then we'd supplement it. All right. The benefits of vitamins include improved immune system, bone health, and energy levels. All right. And then finally, the fish oil supplementation can help with your heart health, your cognitive function, and joint health. It's also been shown to reduce inflammation throughout the body, which is a really good benefit of fish oil, to help with your recovery from your training and your progression. Depending on what vitamin you do take, that will obviously change the daily dose you need. So I will do another full video on this, looking at in-depth vitamins and what ones can help with certain areas and stuff like that. But the key thing to remember here is it's not a substitute for a healthy diet. So to summarise then and look at the key takeaway points, the first one is supplements should not replace a quality diet or replace food. So an example of this would be if you are having like one protein bar a day to help you boost your protein up because you're having 3 square meals and you're still a bit short, that's fine. If you started having 2 or 3 protein bars a day because you don't make the time to cook lunch, then that's not good. We need to be getting more whole foods in your diet. The supplementation should just help you boost your protein or vitamins or minerals. It shouldn't be the sole point where you get your protein or your minerals from. Okay, we need to be getting that from good quality food. Supplements should help you stay on track during inconvenient times such as early mornings and busy days. So again, if you are up at 5 a.m. to go drive somewhere for work, I understand you're not going to want to have a big breakfast at 5 a.m. So this is where you could have some supplements like a protein shake to tide you over till a time when you feel like eating, maybe 8, 9 o'clock when you've finished your drive, or you've got a little bit of a break. You might get a pot of porridge and stuff like that. So supplements are there to help you stay on track. They're not there to replace meals and to be your sole diet, okay? And also, always buy from a trusted source. Stick to simple, proven supplements. So as we've went through in this video, we've gone through protein powder, creatine, caffeine, and vitamins and fish oils. These are very basic, simple supplements. What I'd stay away from is the likes of like testosterone boosters and crazy mass gainers that are saying they can put 10 kilos on you in a month. All these type of things, I'd stay away from them. A bit like our training, we want to keep it simple, effective, and consistent. We want to get good, solid supplementation, and we want to be consistent with it. And we don't want to be having any crazy fads that pretend to do something that they can't do. All right, keep it simple. So if you have any questions or anything specifically in this video, please let me know. And going forward, we will do a more in-depth video on vitamins and fish oils.